Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Well, here we have my next restoration, a quite large scale, not quite sure how big, Volkswagen Beetle in pink, play one. I'll just open the doors for you. Doors open to reveal a really nice interior, quite detailed dashboard, etc. when it comes round. And this is going to be a black Herbie. Seen a few on the internet, I thought about doing it, so this is what this one's going to be. So here we are with our Beetle. Nice bit of chrome detailing around it. Front chrome's good. Doors open to reveal a nice interior. You'll see more of that when we get it out. Tyres are nice, rubber. 2 screws, so let's get this one apart, shall we? Right, first screw. One out. Two out. Put that down there. Let's just get that screw. We don't want to lose that, do we? And there we go. Folding seats, which we couldn't see before. Bit dusty, but that is just in need of a clean. Nice gear stick. That's just in need of a clean, so this could be a nice easy restoration, he said, hopefully. Let's have a look at the interior. Door cards. Now the glass seems to be held in by the dashboard, and that has rivets holding it. Rear bumper just will wiggle out. That's nice, can put that there. But the front does the same. So it's 2 off. Lights look like they'll need grinding out, as do these little grills at the front. And the bonnet catch, we'll have to be careful with that. Bit of drilling to do next. It's not going to be as clear cut as it looked, the way it's been built. It's been built well, I'd say, for a non-branded. Right, we're back with our little VW, and we've got to get these doors off. I think they'll come off quite easily. It's easier to paint with the doors off, to be quite frank. And we've got this dashboard to get out, so see, and we've got the glass, of course, once we've got a dashboard. Let's see if we can get a dashboard first. And there you have it. You see, you can't actually get a drill in until you get the doors off, so let's take the doors off. Don't want to drill more than I have to. There we go. That's one. So that's the good news, they've come off easily. So that one should come off now. There she goes. Now we can get to the rivets that are holding the dashboard in. Right, here we go with a smaller drill. It's quite tight in there, if you can see it. Let's hope we could take the steering wheel out. Yep, that's coming out, just twist it. and to clock. Just got a very small drill for this side of the dashboard now. Right, let's see if that'll come out. I think I might have to get a Dremel on that. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Right, we're just going to try a Dremel with sort of a flat faced end onto the, hopefully I can get in with it. So here we go with a Dremel. God, it's proving difficult to get in there. I'll have to find another end bit. Hopefully this will be the right end bit to get into that tight spot there. Right, we have finally got a bit of movement. Aye, and it's out. And that reveals a really, really nice dashboard. So that will be able to go back in as is. I'll pop it in the parts box over there. Now we've got the glass. Oh, it looks like it'll just come out. Yes, the glass just pops out. These, what I thought may have been holding it in, were just locating pins, and the glass looks really good. I've got to get these off. I was going to do him a black Herbie, but I don't like the look of the black Herbie. You don't have the stripe, you don't have the number 53. I could do my own version of it, of course. Right, while I'm thinking about that, I'm just off to wear away these. These are on like melted plastic lights at the back. And that should just push out now. Yep, that's out. Nothing wrong with that. Straight in the parts box. Grill. We've got these little front grills now to come out. So same again. Just got my smallest screwdriver to give them a nudge. There's one. One's coming out, look. So there's the first one out. Into the parts bin. And the second one's free as well. Just pushed them from behind. They're really, really small. Into the parts bin. Now we've got the main chrome stripe itself. So same again. Now I might not have to push it at the front. I might not have to push it, grind it at the front. No. That's out. It's out at the top. Obviously I can't break this because that'd be a disaster. And that's off. So that leaves us with a clean body. Very clean body indeed. The lights, oh, the lights need doing as well. And they should just pull out or push out. You can see that there. You can see it's part way out. And it's out. Same on the other side, just try and give it a push. And there it is coming out, as you can see. It's a nice tidy Beetle. Now I'll just put the steering wheel in, parts box. Just got to get these doors off. Now I'm hoping they must be just clipped in, but I've somehow got to get under there. Yep, that side's up. Just a matter of working your way around. You don't want to bend it back, because that'll involve a crease in the door and a split. There we go. Pushed my screwdriver through, and we've got a little door handle to come off. Now, not sure if that'll let me pull it off with my fingernail. Yeah, that's off. There's a lot of small parts to this, and that door's now clean. I'll do the same on the other door. There is our little VW. This is a relatively new model, non-branded, just straight into the caustic soda. As it is, it can't be more than 10 years old, I wouldn't have thought. And we'll see her after that and see how she looks. But I'm not expecting any trouble from this little VW Beetle. Well, our little Beetle is out. The caustic soda, as you can see, clinging to its paint still in places. That's all quite flaky, as you can see. It should come off with a bit of a wire brush. Actually, I'll just give it one now while you're watching. There you go, see, it'll come off easily. It's loose. The casting can't be that old, as I said, so I'm not expecting any problems with that. And as you can see on the doors, one of those is totally clear, and there's going to be no problems at all with this casting. Right, our Beetle's been polished, and there's just one or two bumps on the roof, look. So I'm just going to take those out with a file gently. So I do want to paint this Beetle black, so the surface has got to be really, really good. And it is a very new casting. There's some casting lines down there you can see on this side. There's not one on that side, so it just needs some gentle filing, sanding down in places. It's good if you can spot all these early on, but I always put a coat of primer on. Rear fenders all look good. Maybe a casting line down there, look. Following that line. Bit more visible there. You can't feel it. It certainly didn't show on the pink paint. Right. Those blobs, whatever you call them, they've gone. What I've done is filed them down, then just gone over with some 400 grit to make sure I've got them all. I can't feel them, I can't see them. Casting line on the front wing's gone, and the casting line on the rears. Doors have just had a polish. So out of polish, our little VW ready for primer. Right, our VW is out of primer, and the casting is really good, as you can see there. So I'm just going to flat that back. I'm going to paint it black gloss. The rid of the doors, they're quite good as well. So just a bit of flattening back, so I want a perfect finish on this VW. Well, here we are with the base of our little VW Beetle. Not so little actually. What I want to do is just take the tyres off. They're really quite soft. It's a relatively new vehicle. And it wants to come apart a bit further. Not sure. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Because what I want to do is give this a good clean. Not sure if that'll come out. Best not pull it out, might break the gear stick. So I want to paint the outer rims black here, because it's going to be a black Herbie, and I'll do that by hand. I'm wondering if those, no, they don't push out, those chrome hubs. Just try pressing down on there. I guess I would with a bit of force, but that's as much force as I want to use. Right, so into the ultrasonic goes the base of our Herbie. There we are. I've just adjusted the camera so you can see what's going in. So there's the cabin of the Herbie. Going to put the glass in. And I'm not going to put the chrome in because that looks good. I'll put the door cards in. Put the steering wheel in. Might as well put the tyres in. Let's get them submerged. Top on. Run it on degas. Okay, the ultrasonic's finished, so let's get our little bits of VW out. The screen was just a bit misty, that's come up clean. That was the dirtiest bit, and as you can see, that's all gone, all the dust's gone. Tyres and door cards, okay, just drop one. Steering wheel, all okay. So I'll dry those off. That's a result. So here we go with painting our wheels. There we go, that's the first one done. It's going to take a bit of time, as you can imagine, but it looks quite nice. As you can see, we're back with our black Herbie. Doesn't she look quite nice in black? It's gone on really well, that black paint. So what we're going to do now is just cut some decals out ready. As usual, got more than we need. But, it's always better to have a few extra, I've found. I'm still cutting numbers out with a small pair of scissors. What I need is one of those templates where you can cut round the circle rather than a inner circle. But this has worked fine so far, so away we go. I'll cut 3 or 4 of those out and pick the best ones. Okay, we're ready with our first Herbie decal, so let's get it in the water. Right, here we go. Let's try and get it sort of lined up. Can cut that off in a minute where I think it's about right. That's not too bad, it's looking good. Right, what I'll do is I'll get some microsol on that. Just putting a bit of microsol on it to try and get it to stick right. Right, I think that is as good as that's going to get. Fiddled about with it for a while. Going to leave it there now and perhaps do a door and give that a chance to rest. Right, here we are with our number 53 for the door. And we want this smack bang in the middle of the door. Let's get a bit of water on it. It's moving quite well. Looks okay to me. Whoa. There we are. That looks okay. So leave that there and get on to the next door. Looks about right. They look okay. We'll leave them at that. And then we can get back to the body and the top stripe. Right, here we go with our top decal. It's gone a bit smoother than the first one. Now let's try and line that up. Off the bat, it doesn't look too bad. I think it's as good as it's going to get. Right, let's get some microsol on it. Just hold it at the front there. That's okay. Let you get a straightforward look at that. It's really difficult. You've got to do it by eye. You can't measure it because the roof's curved, obviously. It's curved that way. All you can do is sort of line that red line up with that and check from above it goes all the way back straight. Going to take that. Now we've just got to do the rear. What I've been able to do is sit right behind it, just nudge it to this way a bit, because what we've got here is a centre line at the back, and that last one needs to be just on that centre line, which it is. Right, here we go with our last, well, not our last decal, but our last stripe on Herbie. It looks okay because there's the centre line. It's perfect. I think I've got to move it a bit this way, a bit closer to the centre actually. There's a bump there. It's got to touch that bump. Right, that is it. That is as good as it is going to get. It's taken a while, that has. Right, the next stage is to get this 53 on Herbie at the front, but we have to get this chrome bonnet piece in position first. It's clicked in at the bottom, and I'm just trying to get it to click in at the top. Right, I've done it off camera, but I've just got this into position. I managed to push this in easily, but this one, there was a bit of stretch on it, and in the end I got a small screwdriver in there, just applied a bit of pressure. So now what we need to do is get this Herbie decal on the front. Right, we're good to go on our Herbie, and that needs to be somewhere about there like that, where it just overlaps the centre line and the blue stripe, and it's on the downward slope of the bonnet. So let's get going with that, shall we? Right, I didn't like the look of the Herbie decal going on and over the bright work, the chrome bonnet piece, so I'm gonna cut it in half. We'll have one piece one side and one piece the other. Here we go with the first side of the Herbie decal. Now that needs to be on the downside. Need to get a bit of get a clean cotton bud on that. Just get a clean cotton bud on that. There's a lot of water around there. Then get some Magsol on it. I didn't like the decal coming over the chrome work. It's not supposed to look like the real Herbie. The aim of this one was to make a Herbie where somebody might just buy the decals at home, the real decals, and get them on the car. So that's what this is all about. And there we go, our Herbie number 3. Now the only thing of concern now is I've got this white line next to the blue. That's because I've printed on white decal paper. Not a lot I can do about it. I might in one place just try and dib a little black marker pen on, which I have done before and it's been successful, but obviously I don't want to lose the blue line, so just leave that for now. Right, the white line down the side of the decals was annoying me, so just with a marker pen, just delicately dotting the white line. Right, I've got a red Sharpie marker that's pretty close, so I'm just touching it on the red side. I think that looks better than bits of white. As you can see, we are now ready for assembly on our little Beetle. And the first thing to do is take a look at the doors. Okay, I've just pushed one door handle in, and I can tell you it is a bit of a faff. So let's get the next one in. And I think there is a right way and a wrong way. There seems to be a bit of a slope on these. And that looks right to me. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of Molotow pen on those, because chrome had come off them. There we go. Now I didn't put that on before because I'd have worn it off putting them back in. And this pen's good. It's not a runny Molotow pen. It's a different brand. So that's okay. Now I need to put a spot of glue behind those. A bit of Gorilla Glue, as always, onto the end of a cocktail stick. Next we can put the door cards in. Here we are. That just requires a bit more glue. There we go. And these were quite a firm fit anyway. You can't get the door cards wrong because the handles have to be at the top and there's only one way in. Check your hands are clean. And that's pressed in quite nicely. So just the other one to do. If you noticed, I've done a bit of detailing on the door card there, not a lot. Right, and that's pushed on nicely as well. Okay, next we'll put the tyres back on. Even though it's a cold day in the garage, they go on really easily. They're almost brand new, I'd say. Certainly not aged to the level that other tyres have aged on other models. And they look quite nice. That's them done. Next in, I think we'll do these little grillets, whatever you call them, on the front here. There and there. That's one in, and I'm going to glue them from behind. And there's the second one in. Now I'll just put a bit of glue behind those. Right, they're in position. Next we've got these very tiny heads. Now what I'm having to do is just go around the edges of these little pieces. Just having to go around the edges of these little pieces. Just tidy them up a bit. And these are especially small, these little red tail lights. I think there is a right and the wrong way up. It's hard to tell. But they push easier one way than the other. So a bit of glue on those. Right. I think next we'll do the headlights. There we are, just pushing the last headlight in. They were quite tricky. You had to get them together to put them in. And I think if you ever do this model, you'd be better gluing them from the back afterwards. If you have to take them out, it gets a right mess. I've had to get a wipe, got a bit of glue on that wing. But I'm not sure if you can still see it. Probably not. Got to it quick enough with a grease wipe. Right, we can put the steering wheel back in the dashboard now. Pushes in quite nicely. And the dashboard needs to be that way up. Right, so I've just got a little round file. I'm just going to twist it really. Okay, we're ready to give it a go with the glass. And that just simply dropped into place. It wasn't glued or anything. It was held in by the dashboard and the steering wheel. I just want to check that's going to be okay, because I can glue that in. The glass looks fine. The dashboard, if you can see it, there's no gap there, that looks fine. So what I'm going to do is just put a bit of glue around the glass at the back here. Not super glue, just normal Gorilla Glue, and get it to hold. So just put in a bit of glue just around there. And there. Just give it a bit of strength. I'm going to put a bit round the posts that hold the dash in. Let's get the dashboard in next. That dashboard has been difficult to locate and keep it there, but it's in there now, and I'm just waiting for that glue to go off. I've just had to firmly push home the rear bumper. I didn't catch it on camera because, to be quite honest, it was difficult enough to do as it was while holding the model. So I've got to do the same with the front bumper now. Just get behind it, give it a firm press. And I felt it go. I don't know if you heard that little click, but it did just click into position then. Let's take a look. That's our front. That's our rear. It's taking a lot longer than I anticipated, this little VW. Okay, I've just got the first door on. I didn't film it because I've had a few goes, but I'll show you now the technique with the second door. So get it orientated the correct way. So in, I've filed the pins lightly and the holes in the doors. Now, it's located on the pin now. Just going to wiggle it in while pressing down a bit. It's difficult to show you that. Oh, it's clicked. I felt it click. See if it'll shut. It shuts. Delicate operation that. They won't need gluing or pinning. They're on so stiff they're not coming off, believe me. Okay, so as you can see, our doors are now in and Herbie's looking good, and we've managed not to scratch the roof in that entire process. When I took Herbie apart, I thought the body, interior body and the base were all one. They weren't. They did come apart later. So I've just put the wheels in there. Got to decide which is the front and the rear. That's the rear. 2 exhaust pipes sticking out. And that's clicked on. Now, let's see if we can get the screws in and hold it together. Right, so I'm putting the screws in to try and secure the cabin. If you haven't guessed, I'm not left-handed. So that one's in. Here's the second one. Oops. Here's the second one going in, hopefully. Check we've got a clean paper towel. So this is the final bit. This now goes straight on top of that. And there she is. Let's get the screws in. And there is our Herbie. Well, this is what we started with. Play one, Volkswagen Beetle, non-branded, looking a little sorry for itself. Anyway, without further ado, let's see what we ended up with, shall we? Well, here is our little black Herbie. Doesn't it look lovely? Great looking in black. I didn't actually like the official black Herbie. The roof looked convertible. I'd have to have sprayed the windows. So this Herbie is what somebody might do with their own Herbie. They might just get some decals, some stripes and put them on. This is an unbranded kit. It's very detailed. It's been a bit more difficult than I thought to put back together. It's quite a tough little kit. It's a good roller, this one. It's rolled off the turntable twice already. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you watching don't subscribe, but if you wouldn't mind pressing that subscribe button, that would be great. So let's just watch Herbie go round, then I'll open the doors. There is our Herbie with the doors open. Just see if we can see into that cockpit there. Over 21.5 million Beetles were made from 1938 to 2003. And you can see why. It's a charming vehicle, lovely little car.